Actually, I can't help
So-
but notice you press record and we're missing someone.
So here's a message at 11:10.
You're fucking joking me. No, go on.
Randomly saw if early screenings. So I'm heading into that in a minute. So if you can just record Arcade Couch between the cushions, I'll be there around 1:30, I think.
Oh, this fucking guy. He was the one that said 1 o'clock.
I know.
He was the one I planned my day around.
You know, I'm gonna say this show is an afterthought to him. As clearly
What the fuck?
something that he doesn't really care for.
Oh.
Just so you know, listeners.
Damn, that sucks. Fuck
Yeah.
Dylan. Screw that guy.
Yeah.
What the
So what do you
hell?
want to talk about?
Shit.
Anything
now it's
happened?
I don't know. It's been a pretty cruisy week, eh? I don't know. It's been a good week overall in my life, personally. Have I talked about this yet? I want to get a tattoo. Have I talked about it yet?
I saw the
No.
tweet. Go out.
Yeah, no. I've been like umming and ahhing about it, and I turned 30 in a month and 6 days, and then I'm like, after that point, at some point this year, I want to get a tattoo.
Okay.
Which is very funny because I can be the most indecisive person in the world to to make that kind of choice. It's really fun, and like I'm looking, and I'm getting inspired. I'm looking at a lot of art at the minute. I'm looking at a lot of tattoo artists. I tweeted it out, and a couple people have put in some suggestions for Melbourne-based ones, which I love the idea of, and I love a lot of their work. I know roughly where I'm getting it. I'm getting my first one on my leg, just on my calf. I don't know left or right yet, but because I'm future proofing and future planning, right? Because
Yes.
my ideal spot is on my forearm. Is my perfect world ideal spot. But I also know if I because this will be my first tattoo. Of course, you have the apprehension of what if you can't take the pain? What if it sucks too much? Is it worth it? Yada yada yada.
Yes.
I am in the thought process of okay. I'm actually looking at it positively, where I'm like, I'm gonna get this first one, and I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna want a sleeve. And if I get my first tattoo on my arm, I then have to incorporate whatever the fuck I get on my arm into whatever stuff I'm getting as a sleeve.
Yes.
So I'm like, no, not it. Not it. So
I'll test the waters in a place where it's all right if I never touch it again.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right?
I leave the good real estate.
Yeah, so I leave the good real estate for when I want to do more. I'm at the minute. I'm very much set on I love the manga panel idea, style of tattoo, where it's like either a panel or inspired by manga style. So it's a lot of black and white, but I like it when they do black and white, but have hints of color. Like a lot of character eyes or hair effects or energy effects. But then I'm now at the point where I'm like, okay, I know where it is. I kind of know my style and what I want. Now I'm working out what I want, what I actually want the tattoo to be, right? I'm trying to understand and get it. And it's really funny. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, there's no properties that I'm super sentimental about. Except for maybe Haikyuu, but I kind of think Haikyuu tattoos are a little bit dumb. I don't think there's any Haikyuu volleyball.
Oh, you're a big fan of volleyball, eh?
Yeah, I think
no, just this one very specific.
I like the art and stuff. I've had iPhone, my phone wallpapers as Haikyuu art from manga and stuff. I like that, but not much as tattoo. So now I'm like, okay, this should be more fun pieces with characters that I really like. There's only one sentimental tattoo idea I ever have that I'll get at some point eventually. Even if I don't like tattoos, I think I'll get at least one more for it. But yeah, any ideas? I'm holding through Instagrams and Pinterest and any kind of place that has art and stylized pieces, so I can.
To me, the funniest thing is For people who don't have tattoos, they're always, oh, I need something sentimental, something that means something to me, something
Yeah.
that I'd want to have on my body for the rest of my life. People who have tattoos, like, just put anything on. I don't
No, but
care.
this is the thing, right?
It's just
I
a
don't really
sensation of having something added to my
need
body. I don't think
a
there's not the attachment that maybe you think you're going to have after you have
no,
one
like
done.
it's not even so. It's not so much sentimental that I'm going for. It just needs to look cool.
All right.
Like there's one sentimental tattoo that I'm like, yes, there is there, and I've always wanted something to do with that at some point in my life. But I'm like, at the minute, this time, no, this time could suck. I don't care. Like it'll be fine. I just want to get something that looks nice in an anime or a video game style or something that I like and I enjoy and I think looks kind of sick. Um, it is, yeah. I'm trying not to get anything too big for the first time because I think you don't want to have that thing where you're like
Where it's
too
half finished.
big and yeah, right. Like it's. I want it to be like get for the first one, have it in one session, enjoy it. I even thought about like a couple smaller ones potentially. Like yeah, it's definitely something I'm like no matter what is happening. Like it's not even like I'm maybe thinking about it. I'm like doubling down. I'm saying, look, anybody who's buying me birthday presents for my 30th or anything for my 30th, don't just put in money towards a tattoo. Like, just put in, and I will double down on tattoo life.
The more money you put in, the bigger the tattoo is going to be. So head over to kofi.com/explicit
oh no, that's not a tattoo fund. But yeah, no, I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff like that I'm like, yeah, I'm excited for. A bit later in the year, it's been like a weird start to this year. I can't believe it's fucking May. It is May
It's
12th.
May.
It's May, and I can't believe it. I'm like, well, once again, and I feel like this happens more and more as you get older, that years just kind of disappear. Years just like you blink and 3 months have gone by, and you're like, what the fuck happened?
That's
Where did
just how
those
time
months go?
works. You know,
But
it's like how ants are really small, so time moves faster for them.
Okay.
So when we're babies, time moves faster, or children, time moves faster.
Yeah,
Or slower.
yes.
That's what I meant.
Time moves slower. Like as
Yeah.
like a like I remember like your schooling years. The school year was fucking that shit went on for ages. Like that shit just went on and on and on. Adult life once you're out of it, it's just like no, it is quite consistent. I did forget to say, and we should say, we are recording this on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
To all mothers that are listening, or if you're listening and you've got a mother, go say Happy Mother's Day from Explosion Network to your mother.
Specifically, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Right. If you haven't said it yourself, right, first you go say it, and then like leave,
and then
like
from us,
leave like a decent amount of time, then say from us, because if you go bang bang, it then looks like we reminded you, and we don't want that. You don't.
I also want to point out this will come out Monday, so
shit, fuck.
So if you did forget, then you're really
screwed. If you did forget, you really did screw the bridge. I didn't even think about that. That's we don't. Yeah. Well, what about you? What have you got going on in life?
My granddad died.
He did. As you can I say, right? And I don't think this was in a recording. You fucking screwed me over the worst with this shit, because there's me, Dylan and me planning the DreamHack weekend, playing the V, and then the week before, after recording, Ashley drops, circumstances worked out. I'm gonna be in Melbourne, and I was like, oh my god, why are you in Melbourne? And then he's like, my grandfather died, and we were, oh fuck, righto, yep.
It was perfectly set up. Made me laugh and made the situation entirely better. So thank you for that, Kevin.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
So yeah, that explains my appearance at the now infamous, terribly recorded recording of Arcade Couch.
Nobody else is ever
DreamHack.
Here.
Which is a shame because it was a good episode.
It was all right.
And you didn't cover Dylan's excellent claw machine story when you re-recorded the next day.
Oh, we didn't. We didn't
so
record.
That's a shame. That's a piece that's lost to history.
Did we? Okay, we didn't. We didn't cover that. Did we go back over the EN debacle? last week? I can't even.
No, not
No,
much. No.
not much. I still think we should.
I
That
think
should.
when if Dylan had a shut up say, we would have discussed it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So yeah, obviously down in Melbourne for that. I mean, it's a pretty rough week. You know, but a lot of catching up with like relatives we haven't seen in a long time. You know, a bit of family drama stuff to try and handle and that kind of stuff because my grandfather and grandmother didn't leave on the best terms. They kind of things turned sour towards the end. So yeah, trying to deal with that, and then obviously the funeral. I will say there's an amusing story to me, at least, on the day of the funeral. So we're driving to the funeral. My dad's got the radio on. We get to the funeral, and do you know what song comes on? The Final Countdown.
By Europe. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know. So we're driving in. Incredible. So, sometimes time works out. It's just one of those a million things that happens. We're driving through, I think it's called the Melbourne Botanical Gardens or something like that. It's like a crematorium / memorial gardens, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to, again, same radio station. The year is 2024. We're driving through this kind of cemetery-esque place. Do you want to know what song came on? The Ghostbusters theme song.
Fuck yeah, no. I guess Ghostbusters recently came out.
I guess, but come on. 2 times in one day? That's impressive. So, I don't think my grandfather was into that kind of humor, but I like to think, he played a part in that kind of stuff. So
the darker stuff, yeah I get
I
that.
mean, yeah. So, rough week. Have you got all your grandparents still? I don't know if I've asked that.
I haven't had any grandparents since I was like 8. Which really sucks, right? Like, really fucking sucks.
So I've been very lucky.
You've been lucky. Like, it So, my dad's parents, I sort of remember until I was like 3 or 4, and then they had a big falling out. And I've never asked what exactly happened. And then my dad never spoke to his parents again, and I never saw him again.
Oh, okay.
And then my mum's dad, I have no memory of. I don't even think he was alive when I was born. And then my nan, I have amazing. My nan was such a strong woman. She was a mother of 10 children. And Irish mother. It was really funny. You're not supposed to, but I guess in life you're not supposed to pick favorites when it comes to grandchildren. But it was kind of openly known that my nan had golden grandchildren. That's what my parents called them. And it was a small group.
Don't worry,
of us.
I've been reminded of that exact same thing this past week. So.
Yeah. A small group of us, and me and my sister was part of that. And I used to remember, and Mum used to tell me all the time, and she still uses it to this day when I don't eat something. That I used to skip breakfast with Mum because I knew after we dropped my sister off at school, we'd be going to Nan's house and Nan would make me breakfast. And then I'd eat breakfast for Nan. And then to this day, I cop every single time I don't eat something. She's like, if your Nan served you that, you would have ate that without question. And every time I'm like, yeah, I would. And it is a very sad thing where I do wish I had the time as an adult to interact with Nan at the very least, and have more, I don't know, I guess adult conversations, but more of that kind of bond and relationship with her for at least a small period of time. Because I was a kid, and you just, I loved her to bits and adored her, but I never got the chance to kind of have that relationship past that point. So yeah, I do. I think anybody who gets to experience their grandparents is very lucky, and it's kind of one of the things in life I have when I do find somebody that I want to start a family with, to start a family that, you know, my parents can have a relationship with their grandchildren, and their grandchildren can um, be looked after. And I already know that like those grandchildren are going to be so goddamn spoiled and so goddamn looked after.
Mm.
And um, like it's yeah, even it's like since moving to Australia, I've had a lot smaller family dynamic, I guess. Leaving a lot of family back in England, it's only ever been, you know, for the rest since I was 13. It's been, I haven't had uncles and aunties around. We have some very close family friends that we treat as family, who have, you know, we're very lucky to
Hmm.
have been kind of had the two families merge in that way. But yeah, so I think the importance of the rest of my family and my kids' life is something that I look forward to, because you know we call him capable Kieran on this show, and not to get too deep into sentimental. Fuck, where did this episode go? But like you know, my dad's one of the greatest people in my life, and
Yep.
I you know, my mum too, and I want both of them to have that influence on my grandkids that they had on me at the same time.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's interesting because obviously my brother already has a kid, so but he's all the way in WA, so it's like kind of
Yes,
difficult for my
yeah.
parents to spoil them. But it seems like they're going to go visit them again this October. So
Mhm.
from the sound of it, that's exciting. So, yeah, this episode definitely took a turn.
This took
Yeah.
a turn.
So, Kieran, what do you want to happen to you after you die?
God, I had somebody ask me about this the other day, and it's so it like ties into like feelings I have about religion and faith and like
Mm.
that understanding where fuck, this is gonna get deeper now. Fuck you, actually.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on.
just go. Let's go
Um,
deep. We got another 10 minutes to spend before Dylan gets here.
this is insane. Okay, um, I am like one of like other than like when somebody asks me, okay, what's your biggest fear in life? My go-to is always heights because um you know, heights. I always since I was a kid, fuck, I hate heights. Um, but probably the one I don't say it often or to many people is death. I have
Mm. I
a
don't think that's
very,
uncommon.
and I don't think that's uncommon, but it's more. I'm really scared of the day that I wake up and um my parents aren't here. You
Mm.
know, I'm really scared of waking up in the world and not being able to pick up a phone and talk to either of them. And that really fucks with me. And for their sake, I want to be like, I want there to be something after. I want
Mm.
there to be whatever, like you know, and even for
Heaven
my
or
sake,
something
yeah,
else.
something else after than just complete darkness and abyssal void. But then it's like I have this frustration that's like, okay, if there, if even if there is heaven afterwards, I'd rather there'd I'd almost rather there wasn't a heaven afterwards and life was just better. That like
Yeah.
I'd rather that there wasn't heaven and people lived like got to live a happier life or a better life without um you know, sure, like the violence against other people or
Mm.
sickness or tragedy or you know it kind of uh, flicks over to like that kind of frustration with organized religion for me. And I was very Catholic growing up. Like I was
Mm.
or actually when I was like 14, 15, was like very seriously considering becoming a priest when I finished high school, you know, and actually like full on go into
Catholic
that
priest, full
because
mass
yeah, like it was because it was I loved the
outfits. Yeah.
God no. There was some, and I had some really great non-weird and non-fucking horrible priests in my life, and it fuck. It's fucked that I even have to define them like that. But it as you grow older, I just come to the point where I'm like, if there is a god, or if there is something controlling everything on the world, I think, and like they created humans or whatever you believe. I just think it's really fucked up that they let so many shitty things happen, or that they, like and it's. I know the industry, well, they don't let it happen, or what do you want them to do, like make things, but it's like, I get it, human against human stuff, I get, but like sickness and natural disasters and just a lot of the shitty things in the world, you're like, fuck, if there is somebody just up there watching it all happen, is that even a person that should be fucking looked up to or
Mm.
respected or um idolized? And I don't think it is. And it just, to me as a person, it just, yeah, and not to get too into theology and religion with it, but it's just, yeah, it's on one hand, for the people I love and even for myself, I wish there was heaven. um but then, yeah, I think if there is a heaven, there's just so many more questions and so many more frustrations that come out of it for me personally. What about you? What do you feel on it all?
What do I think when we die?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Go on and off. Depends on the person who. If it depends on the person I'm thinking about actually
Mhm.
dying. So with my grandfather, I'm like, oh, I hope there is a heaven. I hope there's somewhere else. You know, that they can go on to and have peace and that kind of stuff. If it's someone who's wronged me, I hope there isn't an afterlife because an eternity in hell sounds like a really bad time. Um, I don't
You
know.
know
I feel
what,
like
Ash? That is like it sounds really brutal, but that is such a kind and amazing way for you to look at it. I can tell you, I don't look at it. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not kind enough and nice enough to look at it like that. For
no. The
some
only reason I
people,
say that is because I've been thinking that phrase because there's certain people who could have showed up to the funeral that we didn't want to come. So I was like, I had that line ready to go. If they showed up. So
oh fuck, righto, shit. Okay. Did you have to speak or anything at the funeral, or do
I
anything?
just did a
Or
reading. So
I used to do reading.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So but yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling that this is probably our only life, and we should do the best we can while we're here and enjoy it as much as we can while we're here because odds are there isn't something afterwards. you know, I mean, there's so many different ideas and possibilities of what could be after. Is this the Matrix? So we just start again from day one? Reincarnation is a big thing in a lot of cultures. Of course, a lot of people do talk about afterlives, Valhalla. You know, your soul being weighed against feathers and all kind of stuff. So
It would. You know what would be like my ideal thing, and it's like
mm,
my like ideal. It's like a very anime wish, like a very kind of that kind of tropey wish, where I was like, I wish when it got to the end, and it's very funny because I'm playing Hades at the moment, but I wish when I got to the end of it, I just got to go again, but like it would be cool if you got to go again, but like somebody be like, hey, before you go, pick some things that you will just innately remember. Not so much like specific memories and stuff, but like
senses or deja
like
vu or yeah.
senses and lessons you've learned and things that you know now, and then go again. I think that would be, yeah, that to me would be the perfect way of doing it. Like
Mm,
it would. I don't like the idea of there just being this perfect place, because often people's representation and choice of perfect is, I think, is
boring.
boring, and like it's not what I want. It's not, yeah, it's not what I'm interested in. I don't want perfection. Um, I just want life with people that I
Mm.
love, and yeah.
When I actually posited the question, what I was more leaning towards was, do you want to get buried or cremated? That kind of question. And you just took it in a completely different direction. So let's round back
Sorry,
to that.
sorry. Apologies. Um,
So good.
shit. Uh, um, I like the idea of potentially cremation, but like then like sprinkled amongst the soil of where a tree is planted,
Mm.
and then a tree growing from that. That's very nice to my thought process for it. Um, I don't necessarily love the idea of being in a box, even if I'm dead. You know, like being in a box under the ground. Um, it's more as long as I'm left in a way, in a place where the people who loved me can go there to feel closer to me and to remember me, then that's all I can ask for.
Yeah. I mean, my number one of my, you said you had a lot of fears. One of my fears is being buried alive. So
Just make sure I'm dead, you know.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, most funeral parlors now, they take out your insides before,
hmm
you know, you're put in the coffin. So they're making sure you're very dead beforehand, you know.
Um. Okay, this is an interesting one because I see this one like talked about. How do you feel about the potential, if there is the potential, by the time we're ready to go, of like uploading your consciousness into like the cloud or the AI or into like an inorganic body?
Sure, why not?
No, no, thank you for me.
No.
No, no.
What, you think people are going to take advantage of your consciousness? You know, you're going to steal
That's
your
one.
steal your
That's
data?
one. The world as we know it is already fucking sketchy as shit when it comes to our data and and the AI that's used in the world. I don't need my consciousness to be potentially involved in that. But then also it's like how like I just want to be, when it's done, it should be done and move on to whatever's beyond it, you know? I don't want to be holding on to it forever. I think immortality sounds like a fucking scam because there is no immortal being in any fiction, in anything that's written, where the immortal person is happy in life.
Mm,
Because watching people you love die over and over again in any form, nah, no thanks.
I don't know. I think I'd give it a go. Let's find out. You know,
Nah,
maybe they're wrong about them. We just,
nah.
you just start to forget after a while about all the
Start
sad
to
stuff.
forget. No, thank you.
You know?
No.
And then you back up the data, and all those memories come flashing back.
And then it's like on top of it, not even just for me. It's like there are some people that deserve to just be done, just to
Oh
be
yeah,
done,
absolutely.
and
Full
not
court.
have that option of being uploaded. So yeah.
Mm. How about this season of anime?
Oh, you know what? That has been like in my head. I'm like, let's just fucking
Let's
we
just
go from this shit
divert.
to
Yeah,
talk anime. You
yeah.
just get in. Everybody just go watch Windbreaker. I am like obsessed with this anime. It is fucking amazing. It has my favorite OP and ED of the season. Its animation's great. Its characters are great. There's a bunch of best boys in there to defend with your life. It's really good. It's really, really good.
All right. Anything? Any other? Well, I've only watched the 2 episodes so far. So,
Um,
do you want to give people the pitch?
Windbreaker is uh, about a bunch of hoodlums. We'll call them hoodlums. That a kid called Sakura moves to the town to go to high school in a school that is run by this group called Bofurin, and Bofurin are actually like the delinquent defenders of the town and of their area. and it's if anybody remembers or is into anime, Tokyo Revengers. It's that, but like the protagonist is actually able to fight and is actually like kind of not a crybaby all the time. Its animation's really good. It has a very interesting set of group of characters. It is 6 episodes in at the moment. Definitely check that out. Check out Bartender Hand of God. It is a remake anime from a very old anime, but it's a nice, very slice of life anime about bartending. Mushoku Tensei. It's amazing. Go keep watching that. Slime. Time I got reincarnated as slime is back. Go watch that. And then Kaiju number 8, probably the big anime of this season. With even to the point where its OP is done by Youngblood and the ED is done by One Republic. It is a big old anime, big old shonen, and it's pretty good.
Cool.
But yeah, watch anime, people. It's pretty great.
Watch the animes. You gonna see the Haikyuu movie when it comes out?
Yes, Haikyuu movie, and now there's a Blue Lock movie just been announced. So,
Oh yeah, it's like a spin-off one, right?
yeah, it's like a side story about one of the characters from the show. So I'll go watch that. But then Haikyuu, some point this month, I think it's coming out.
I think it's the end of the month.
Yeah, I think it's like the 20 something. So, I will be there to watch it.
Cool. Anything else you want to talk about? This.
Nah, you know what?
Any other dark deep feelings you want to express?
No, not really. We'll say, we would say let's go record Arcade Couch, but let's just go sit in silence, Ashley, and wait for Dylan Blight to come here.
So he sent me a message 10 minutes ago saying he finished. So he says he's going to miss the opening of Arcade Couch. No, it's not.
No,
he's just going to sit in silence.
Yep.
We'll wait for him to start the show.
Yep. You should just end it there.
I'm just going to keep this recording in case we come up with any gems between now and
then. No, it's fine.
Otherwise, it's just going to be 10, 20 minutes of silence. How about them Hawks eventually winning, right?
Yeah, 2 in a row! 2 in a row!
Biggest win streak since...
No, we went pretty... I think we did 4 last year. I think we went 4 in a row last year, but 2 in a row. Probably fairly lucky that St Kilda can't kick goals. Because we couldn't either in the fourth quarter, and if we had, we would have just definitely won, and we just couldn't. Yeah. But, fuck, there was some shit football last night. There was some real bad football. And then, we got to play next week somewhere. Week after that, I'm playing Brisbane at Marvel Stadium.
Yes.
Are we going to that? Yeah. Because you have to go to Marvel Stadium. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. If this ever goes out to light day, yes, this is how awkward it can be when Ashley and me are just waiting for Dylan, just chilling.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know. I'm looking forward to this week's episode.
I'm not.
Yeah?
God damn it, Xbox! Why can't you just do something good for once? Fuck you, idiots! Did you see the Aurora thing? Was that in Brisbane last night?
No, I didn't. I didn't even realize it was a thing.
No.
Did you?
No.
No.
Did you?
Not out in Shep.
Oh, I think it's like in like if you'd gone like more regional, it was like more like out of the city. Apparently, you could see it. What was that? I had a thought. I had a thought process of something to say. Hmm. The fuck was I going to say? There was something on the top of my head.
We're talking about auroras.
Aurora Borealis. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's gone. We'll just sit here in silence until it comes back. Oh, WWE. They see that they're shit in the bed already, in my opinion.
What?
They are putting. Do you know Cody's next feud is with Logan Paul?
Yeah.
So
It's in Jeddah, so it doesn't count.
no. But what's going to happen though is that, like, unless they do some screwy like DQ finish,
Yeah.
there's no way
Yeah.
that Cody loses. So we're just going to end up with the United States
Cody, the double
title
champ.
on, even though
United States Nightmare. Yeah.
we just got out of a problem where all of the belts were on one champion that was unstoppable, and you're doing it again, WWE. Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It just seems weird. Of all the people you could have face Cody for the belt.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why?
You've got so many options, and you're like, nah, bro. Let's do Cody Rhodes. Brad Pitt's new F1 movie budget has reportedly surpassed 300 million.
That's just ridiculous.
There's no way that movie makes that money back.
No, it's an Apple TV film, so.
Oh, God. Collingwood's up 28-7 to the Western Coast Eagles. The Western Coast Eagles? The West Coast Eagles.
Here's a question. Have you been following this Kendrick Drake beef this week?
Sort of, little bit. Just via osmosis on social media.
Do you have a take?
I don't know how anybody's defending. Which one is it? It's not Kendrick, it's the other one. Drake, that one. I don't know how anybody's defending him. He's like, I've always thought the stuff with him and Millie Bobby Brown was weird. And like, just to see that, but like kind of magnified, kind of weird. Kind of anybody who's defending that or supporting that, kind of weird.
Yeah, Tim Kendrick.
Yeah.
Even though apparently he beats his wife, but it happens.
You do not say it happened.
No, I don't know.
Not in the.
We don't. He's alleged to have beat his wife. We don't know.
God. No, it's not even alleged. Like even if he does beat his wife, bad. It's all
That's
bad. You shouldn't even be a fucking alleged to beat your wife. Like, man, oh man. Like, it's just yeah.
It's pretty rough.
20 minutes later.
If you've made it this far in the recording, everyone, well done. I'm sorry, but we're nowhere near finishing. This is probably going to go for at least another 5 minutes.
Probably. I don't know. I'm tempted just to stick in like the SpongeBob 5 minutes later, between each of the gaps.
Yes, that is also. Yep, I feel like that's an appropriate one to do. So you don't have to sit there listening in silence this whole time.
Yeah,
because it's been a while. Up to 42 minutes. I think the episode ended.
It's taking his damn time.
Like, and on Mother's Day as well.
Yeah. Did you take his mum to see CF? I don't know. Probably not.
We'll ask him. We'll sit him down and we'll ask him. And if he says yes, all is forgiven.
Yeah.
If he says no, oh boy.
What the fuck, mate?
What the fuck?
1 hour later.
Oh my god, we're still recording. It's been 50 minutes. Now we finished the episode 20 minutes ago. What was it? I actually watched. I watched Baby Reindeer the other day.
Yeah,
That was pretty good. was pretty alright. It's crazy all the stuff that's happening with the real life woman though.
Yeah, apparently, did she go on Piers Morgan?
She went
this
on
week?
Piers Morgan, yeah, and suggested that it's not, that a lot of it isn't true. I would be, and apparently she's going to sue them
Of course.
and sue both Netflix and the creator, but I don't know how that works. Like, I don't see that working, just because it's like you don't think they would, like, Netflix would allow the show to be like, this is true, without them having covered their bases, especially from that woman,
Yeah.
considering she was a lawyer and seemed very persistent with life and with everything. Holy shit, we passed an hour of recording, and only half of that has been an actual show. Dylan Blind.
Quality content here at Express Network.
Do you reckon he has... he's just thought, oh, we've started Arcade Couch, there's no point in him jumping in?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It's going to be very awkward as we see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got no notes.
Oh!
That's why Xbox sucks.
All right, explain yourself.
Yeah.
I know where I'm coming in, so
Just
Well, you're coming
explain
in
why your absence.
Just explain, and then we'll
I went
tell
to
you where
watch
you're
If.
coming in.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you messaged me 40 minutes ago saying you're on your way back.
Oh right, yeah. I don't know. I actually didn't know how long it was been. So I admit I made one stop on the way, which was because I was like, "Fuck, I forgot to get my mum something for Mother's Day." So I stopped at the bowl shop. All right, I think that's fair, right? Maybe I shouldn't have forgot, but anyway, I did it. So here we are.
So what you're saying is you didn't take your mum to go see If?
No, incorrect. I did not. There was families there though. There was families. I'll say my favorite thing was there's the Steve Carell's monster, the big blue guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Every time he showed up on screen, this kid behind me just nothing. Every other character, no fucks given. Every time that character showed up, clapped his fucking hands. Good for him, What show are we in?
Well, I guess now we can go record like a couch.
Awesome, cool.